Hello viewers, big news today from SRAM. They are ditching batteries for mechanical shifting. Yes, that's right. I didn't see that coming, did you? Plus, Ridley have a bonkers new gravel slash mountain bike. And where's the line between a gravel tyre and a mountain bike tyre right now? It's all so confusing. But let's start with that SRAM group set. So just when we thought SRAM were done with mechanical shifting, dead and buried, it's only going to launch a brand new group set that ditches the batteries and motors for an old-fashioned gear cable. I know old-fashioned, I'm just joking, don't take it too seriously. It's called Eagle Mechanical Transmission and is a mechanical version of this. It's full mount interface where the rear derailleur mounts directly to the frame. There is no mech hanger, the weak link on the bike to get broken and bent. So yes, this is a mountain bike group set, but with SRAM mountain bike tech bleeding into road and gravel over the last few years, it could hopefully mean a drop bar version of the group set in the future. And after all they really need to do to make this a road gravel bike group set is develop some nice new mechanical shifters based on the latest red hoods. And bish bosh, hey presto, you have a cheaper, more accessible Explore gravel bike group set. However, as this is a 12-speed group set, you might be wondering if it's compatible with older 12-speed mechanical drop bar shifters out there in the world. Well, no. There's a small line hidden away in the press release that came with the launch today that says this, and I'll put it on the screen now so you can see what they actually said. So that puts a dampener on going to your parts bin and find some old SRAM road 12-speed shifters and buying this new Eagle 90 or 70 group set and merging the two together. But hopefully SRAM will do something in the future to make a drop bar version of this mechanical shifting group set. Now, I'll be honest, I did not see this coming at all. SRAM has really pushed its Axis electronic group sets hard over the last few years, being bold and aggressive and ambitious where Shimano is, well, napping, it seems. But mechanical is good as it means lower prices, and people like to really complain about electronic shifting and the ever increasing prices of bikes and companies not developing more affordable products. Well, here you go. SRAM is really focused on making this technology more accessible and a bit cheaper. And somehow, just like the electronic version of the group set, this mechanical group set also promises installation simplicity. There are no adjustment screws at all. Just bolt the derailleur onto the frame and off you go. So it makes the whole setup process very easy. That's great for less experienced cyclists. They benefit from easier gear indexing because you don't have to index the gears yourself, while many mechanics may find some of their skills becoming obsolete, but they'd be too busy doing internal routing and headset bearing swaps anyway. There'll be two versions to choose from, Eagle 90 and Eagle 70, so higher end and lower end, both 12-speed with different cassettes and crank arm lengths down to 150mm. And I don't think there's a hint of carbon fibre anywhere on the group set. It's all aluminium, steel and plastic. As for the prices, the Eagle 90 rear meg is $190 versus $831 for the top of the range XX1 Eagle Access derailleur, or $406 for a GX Eagle Access rear derailleur like this one here. So roughly half the price of the cheapest, most affordable Access rear derailleur right now. I look forward to seeing complete bike prices with the new group set very soon, hopefully, and see how much impact that has on the OEM, the bikes you can buy on the shops. Now, personally, I think this is fantastic news. I do love electronic shifting, but I also love mechanical shifting. It just works so well that every time you're on a mechanical bike, you wonder why you need batteries and motors and all that complexity and range anxiety around a battery life. And mechanical shifting never runs out of juice, always works really well. But given how popular electronic shifting has become across all road bike categories, I do wonder how much demand there is for a mechanical version. I mean, it makes sense for SRAM bringing this technology down to low prices, but how much demand is there? How much love is there for mechanical shifting? So let me know your thoughts by dropping a comment down below. As you'll no doubt know from some of my recent gravel bike reviews, gravel bikes are evolving rapidly, but now Ridley is blurring the line between mountain and gravel with its latest release, the Ignite GTX. It is, in a nutshell, a mountain bike with drop handlebars. This isn't the first such example though. the Salsa Cutthroat is probably the earliest example of a production bike with the same concept of a mountain bike in terms of geometry and all the other features and suspension and big tyre clearance, but with drop handlebars. And we're seeing a re-emergence of this mashup of mountain and gravel in some US gravel racing over the last 12 months. And like that Salsa, the new Ridley is designed for extreme bike packing and ultra endurance events like Tour Divide and the Atlas Mountain Race. Taking the geometry of a mountain bike plus a big tyre clearance and suspension, optional suspension, of a hardtail XC mountain bike and combining it with the aerodynamics and the efficiency of a gravel setup with the multiple hand positions you have with a drop handlebar. The bike has clearance for 29 by 2.3 inch tyres, has a slight head angle for stability off-road and flex stays for added comfort. So the Ignite GTX is built for tackling rough stuff. So then, is the Ridley Ignite GTX the best of both worlds, or does it risk being a niche experiment? With ultra racing in mind, Ridley is betting big on his hybrid evolution, and will more brands follow over time, and the trails will tell. And while it is easy to bash such developments and releases and call it all marketing BS, at the end of the day, it's just more choice, which you can take or leave. But it's not a bike concept I've ever ridden before, so hopefully, Ridley, if you're watching, you know where I am. I'd love to give it a spin and see how it rides and see where it's the best of both worlds, taking elements of a gravel bike and a mountain bike and merging them into a bike that could possibly work quite well for some of us watching this video. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that bike by dropping a comment down below. Now, talking of blurring lines, let's talk about tyres. Now, where are you on gravel tyre width? How wide are you running? Because Michelin, who have sponsored some recent bike reviews here on Just Ride Bikes, have just announced a whopping 57mm wide version of their power gravel tyre. These are the 47s I've been running quite happily, but these are 57s and they are massive. And there really isn't much bigger on the market right now. That, in other words, is 2.2 inches, which I would call a skinny mountain bike tyre, as 2.4 has become standard, or pretty common, on XC race bikes, and 2.6 and wider on trail enduro bikes. And that 2.2, 57mm, is comparable to a mountain bike tyre. And this is a mountain bike tyre, as you can see, that measures 57. So these are essentially on paper the same width, but aimed at very different people, different bikes, and different styles of riding. So which is the right choice? I mean, it depends on so many factors, so many variables. But if you're getting into this sort of territory, are you better off moving into this sort of mountain bike space where there is more choice of tyres? And if you are riding in sloppy, slippery condition, so the UK, pretty much, you have a much more aggressive tread pattern. But that means a heavier tyre and a slower rolling tyre on the tarmac and on gravel compared to the very smooth tread pattern here. So loads and loads of questions, but I'm going to put these to the test and do some comparison once I find a bike these fit. Because even these at 47, but actually 50 on most wide rims, a 25mm internal rim, are pushing the limits of a modern current gravel bike. There aren't many bikes that these fit. I mean, mountain bike, yes, but would you put these on a mountain bike? Or maybe you would. So yeah, let me know what you think of the rapidly evolving tyre size battle debate in the gravel world and where the line is. I mean, is 47 wide enough for a gravel bike? And if you're going wider, like this, are you better off with a mountain bike tyre and even a mountain bike? Loads to ponder. So let me know in the comment section where you sit on the gravel tyre size and mountain bike tyre debate. Really interesting. It's all choice. Nobody's been forced to buy these tyres. It's all choice. Take it or leave it. It's a lot of fun to experiment, and experimenting, customizing bikes is all part of the reason many of us ride bikes. Anyway, I'll put a link to the Michelin website down below if you want to find out more. But yeah, let me know what you think of the SRAM group set and the Ridley Ignite GTX and tyres by dropping a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe, hitting that round button somewhere on the screen right now. But that is all for today. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.